step into my corner of Etsy in which I am going to reveal some of the most unhinged Etsy niches that are so wildly profitable. But I feel like I haven't really given this list because I try to keep my content as PG as possible. So I'm gonna blur out things, but just warning. This is kind of more of the PG-13 because I'll blur things out. But we need to talk about some unhinged profitable niches on Etsy. You all know I'm trying to make you money, okay? And sometimes there's some really fun niches to go into that some of you be probably really good at. I will say I'm gonna go into the corner of Etsy that I haven't seen many people talk about for a reason, but we're going to talk about it today. So let's get into it, guys. Okay, so we are going to start the more, I would say, not as unhinged areas. These specific niches, I think they're so cute. Okay, my camera's literally unhinged. Anyways, as far as this niche and this category of niches go, this is based in the animal lover and I would say animal cult fandom niche. In this niche category, this splits between, I would say, 4 different specific animal types. So the first one is geese. So there is a huge trend as far as I'm seeing for niches in geese lover or goose lover. You'll see a lot of t-shirts that say maybe silly goose. Now I want to say silly goose is, I believe, trademarked at this point in time. So just be careful if you want to join this niche because keywords, SEO, things like that, you want to be careful of course. However, with the geese lover, I know I've seen more of maybe the gosling or gooseling. How do you say that? This is a really great niche and this is a trend we're seeing on Etsy as far as animal lovers and just a cult fandom of animal loving and search volumes and trends we're seeing on Etsy. The second animal niche and animal loving niche that I wanted to talk about and share is chicken lovers. And more importantly, I want to say that some of the chicken loving and fandom originates from people who are farmers or people who own their own livestock. So this is a really great niche and I think it's such a beautiful and fun niche. And a lot of the aesthetic I see in t-shirts and sweatshirts that trend are just simple chicken graphics, maybe watercolor art. Now there's so many other products you can create for chicken lovers, goose lovers, but I know apparel seems to be one of the top product categories. The next area to talk about in the animal fandom is raccoon lovers. So this niche has been growing since the last time that I have spoken about this niche, which was last year around the same time actually. I posted a video about, I believe, strange or weird niches on Etsy. And this is almost a part 2 to that because this niche has just been growing and growing and growing. It's almost like trashcore. I feel like that's what I've seen on Etsy and raccooncore as far as raccoons and dumpsters. And it's just so funny. I think that when people are searching up raccoons, they might be thinking of raccoons in maybe their trash can. Overall, I just love this niche because I think it's so cute. The little raccoons kind of putting their hands up to the moon and just all of the graphics that we're seeing and that kind of vintage aesthetic with watercolor drawings and the whole raccoon to the moon types of products that we're seeing on Etsy. The next area and next almost subcategory of the raccoon fandom and cult following, I will say, on Etsy is opossums and possum lovers. Another unique area to go into, and I think that it's almost like raccoons and possums, they get a bad rap in backyards, right? And I think there's such a growing love for these types of animals because they really are harmless. They're just cute little animals, right, in our backyards. Outside of that, that's where the growing fandom has came from. And this cult following and trend we're seeing on Etsy. So if you're passionate about raccoons and opossums, then maybe going into that niche is just what you're meant to do, okay? So the next category of unhinged niches we absolutely need to talk about is aesthetic niches. You may be sitting here thinking, Heather, what is a aesthetic niche? I have no idea what you're talking about. I had the same thoughts when I went into this, and I found this is actually a whole group of niches within one larger niche, which is what I consider the aesthetic niche, so to speak. So when I was just talking about trash core, as far as raccoons and possums and all the things with trash and related to garbage, the next niches kind of follow that same pattern. As far as the aesthetic niches go, we are talking about niches that end in core. So one example of this that we saw a few years back, which is cottagecore. For anyone who is new to Etsy or maybe the trends on Etsy, cottagecore is relating to kind of that watercolor-esque aesthetic, paintings of cottages and florals and just beautiful wildflowers that you've seen maybe trending on Etsy for t-shirts. What we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of new niches coming out of that and branching out of that aesthetic trend into new aesthetic trends. Something that I mentioned last year, which is Goblincore. I think Goblincore is just so adorable. I just want to say this is one niche I think is just so funny and cute. What Goblincore is essentially, and let me pull up my aesthetic Wikipedia page because I don't want to get this wrong. Goblincore is an aesthetic and lifestyle that celebrates the natural world's ugly or unappreciated parts. And with Goblincore, what I've seen is a lot of maybe frogs or maybe even insects and things that we might find maybe a little bit grotesque in a way. I guess that's a fancy word I could use in this video, but that is essentially Goblincore, and this niche has not went away. It's actually still very profitable on Etsy. Now, the next aesthetic niche that I wanted to introduce is Forestcore. So Forestcore is a subcategory of this niche. So again, this is kind of the aesthetic surrounding forest and nature and just maybe a passion for forest elements. And what I've seen in these core niches is the use of watercolor graphics. So again, when we're talking about these aesthetic niches, what typically is trending is line art, doodle art, and also watercolor graphics that we've seen that just trends really, really well for these niches. The next new aesthetic niche that I've seen is Fairycore, and almost that whimsical-esque type of graphics that I've seen. So it kind of ties in with Cottagecore, Forestcore, Goblincore, but now we're branching out into Fairycore, which might be, again, just, I will get a Wikipedia again on this because I don't want to do the Fairycore niche wrong. According to Google, a whimsical aesthetic that draws inspiration from nature, folklore, and fantasy. So colors that are typical for this niche is soft pastels like pale pink, lavender, mint green, and baby blue. Visuals that are usually seen in this niche is butterflies, flowers, and we're seeing things like springtime elements that are basically infused in this niche on t-shirts and tote bags and phone cases. So again, these are all just trends we're seeing as far as niches. The next niche that we absolutely have to talk about is the best friend niche, however, in a raunchy theme. Now, this is where we're going to go out of our possible G-rated content and maybe slip into PG-13 content because we're going to blur stuff on the screen. But if you do your own research, just look at the best friend niche, look at the top trending listings. The product that I'm describing, you can use your imagination, but it's a mug that is one of the top sellers in the best friend category that does well over 4 to 5 figures a month on Etsy. And it has a graphic on the mug that rhymes with Venus. You can imagine where I'm going with this. Again, we're keeping things at least PG-13 on this channel today because I know a lot of you have little ones, maybe little ears nearby, but this niche in specific is just so popular. And if you have a special skill in crafting really funny, raunchy types of products on Etsy, by all means, please do go into this niche. The next area that I'm going to go into for my wildly unhinged niche list is simply the book fandom and the book genre niches that tend to trend on Etsy. The first niche in the book genre of book lover niche on Etsy is dark academia. Now, this is not necessarily on the side of any type of unhingedness, I would say. However, this is going into a micro niched area of book lovers, which is just enjoying the maybe college and kind of education aspect that has a lot of dark wood and different types of aesthetic touches to it. That's the best way I could describe it. And the designs that I found in this area have been bookshelves and different types of patterns or maybe images over products. One product that is trending on Etsy in the phone case category is a image and graphic of a bookcase that is embroidered and has kind of that dark feel as far as the wood and the color selection of the wood on the phone case. And this is just an example of something that would be that dark academia type of aesthetic. So the next area that I wanted to talk about that is a trending niche on Etsy that is wildly unhinged, which I wouldn't say that unhinged, but hear me out on this. So that area and avenue on Etsy is simply the Romantasy. So Romantasy, for anyone who is new to maybe this niche, is romance and fantasy combined. So Romantasy is the niche that I am referring to. And one sub niche and subcategory of that is dark romantasy. This is what we've seen as a trend as far as book talk. And we've seen this as far as the ACOTAR series. And what ACOTAR is a court of thorns and roses. This is a series that is honestly an incredible book series. I've read book 1, book 2, and I'm on the 3rd book because I have a perpetual habit of reading part of a series and never finishing a series. Besides talking about my book reading problems, ACOTAR is one example of this almost romantasy, which is romance and fantasy, and then also it's a dark romance fantasy. So again, what I've seen on Etsy that typically trends is as far as journals. So maybe a book reading journal that has dark roses and thorns and things like that. As far as your SEO, you should never be doing specific like ACOTAR or anything that is using those elements of the author unless you have that author's permission, in which you can reach out to authors and see about licensing. There are ways that you can directly ask authors and email their and inquire through their own business emails in order to obtain a license, but you never want to use any specific book titles or names in your SEO unless you have that permission from those specific authors. So I just want to state that in the same breath of mentioning these book genres. But a lot of customers on Etsy, they have been looking for that dark romantasy type of aesthetic on either phone cases or reading journals or even elements of almost dark romantasy as far as when we're talking about like thorns and roses and flowers, dark floral types of graphics. That's what's trending as far as the book loving niches go currently. Now, the last genre that is very unhinged, and again, you can skip this part, which is smut book lovers. And this is a genre on Etsy that is surprisingly very trending. There is high search volumes, and just go on Etsy, do your perusing, look at what's best selling. There is a lot profit within this category on Etsy, and that is all I will say about this area here. Again, try to keep things G-rated, so I will blur out things or any examples we have on the screen. Again, it's something I haven't seen many people talk about because again, a lot of us on Etsy try to keep things G-rated, but it must be mentioned because it is profitable. Then this might be a great and profitable niche for you, right? So a bonus niche at the very end of this video that I wanted to throw in is the pickle loving niche. So pickle lovers, if you've seen on Etsy, one of the most viral sweatshirts on TikTok and social media last year was a pickle lover sweatshirt. And I want to bring this up again this year because this is a trending niche that has not went away and is still very unhinged and wildly profitable. And simply a lot of these apparel products that I've seen on Etsy typically trend with just simple graphics that are watercolor art and line drawings. So for a lot of you who are digital artists, this is a really unique place to go. For anyone who uses Midjourney AI, things like that, again, this is a area that you can create those types of graphics for as well. This all being said, one of my favorite quotes on this channel, at the very end of this video, please type below in the comments what unhinged niche you plan on trying out this new year. And one of these unhinged niches you may find could be that future 5 to 6 figure a year niche for your own Etsy shop. So besides that, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on the way out. Check out my free print-on-demand crash course down below in the description, a completely free course, A to Z walkthrough guide on how to start a Etsy and print-on-demand business. Outside of that, I will see you all in the next video here.